Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 2. This is round 25. We've only got 9 rounds to go. So stay tuned for the finals as well. All right, let's go to the first game. It's Collingwood versus Essendon at the G. Let's go to the first quarter. And Collingwood have kicked 6 goals, 3. To the Bombers, 5 goals, 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Collingwood have kicked 1 goal, 5. So that's 7 goals, 8. To the Bombers, 3 goals, 5. So it's 8 goals, 6. And at half time, Essendon leading by 4 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Collingwood have kicked 4 goals, 6. So that's 11 goals, 14. To the Bombers, 3 goals, 4. So that's 11 goals, 10. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood are in front by 4 points. This is going to be close. All right, let's go to the last quarter. Collingwood have kicked 4 goals, 4. So that's 15 goals, 19. To the Bombers, 1 goal, 6. So that's 12 goals, 16. And in the end, Collingwood have beaten the Bombers by 21 points. All right, Collingwood are sitting 5th on the ladder. Essendon, they've lost the last 2, still sit on top with a game clear at the moment. Let's go to the next game. It's Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. The first quarter, Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals, 2. To North Melbourne, 6 goals, 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Bulldogs have kicked 1 goal, 2. So that's 7 goals, 4. To North Melbourne, 1 goal, 4. So that's 7 goals, 5. And at half time, North Melbourne leading by a point. Let's go to the third quarter. Western Bulldogs have kicked 4 goals, 1. That's 11 goals, 5. To North Melbourne, 6 goals, 2. So that's 13 goals, 7. And that was a big quarter by North Melbourne. They're in front by 14 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Western Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals, 1. So that's 16 goals, 6. To North Melbourne, 4 goals, 3. So that's 17 goals, 10. And in the end, North Melbourne win this game by 10 points. All right, North Melbourne push up to 14th spot. The Western Bulldogs are in 7th. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Port Adelaide versus Geelong at Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide have kicked 1 goal, 2. To the Cats, 2 goals, 1. Let's go to the second quarter. Port Adelaide have kicked 2 goals, 5. So that's 3 goals, 7. To Geelong, 5 goals, 2. So that's 7 goals, 3. And at half time, the Cats are leading by 20 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 6. So that's 6 goals, 13. To Geelong, 6 goals, 2. So that's 13 goals, 5. And at three-quarter time, Geelong have got a handy lead. Let's go to the last quarter. Port Adelaide have kicked 2 goals, 6. So that's 8 goals, 19. To Geelong, 4 goals, 5. So that's 17 goals, 10. And Geelong have won this game very easy in the end by 45 points. Geelong sitting 6th on the ladder. Port Adelaide are in 12th. Let's go to the next game. It's Brisbane versus Fremantle. It's the battle of the top 2 here. Brisbane have kicked 5 goals, 2. in the first quarter. Fremantle have kicked 3 goals, 4. Let's go to the second quarter. And Brisbane have kicked 2 goals, 6. So that's 7 goals, 8. To Fremantle, 5 goals, 2. That's 8 goals, 6. And at half time, Fremantle are in front by 4 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Brisbane have kicked 1 goal, 1. So that's 8 goals, 9. To Fremantle, 3 goals, 1. So that's 11 goals, 7. And Fremantle are in front by 16 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Brisbane have kicked 3 goals, 1. So that's 11 goals, 10. To Fremantle, 1 goal, 2. That's 12 goals, 9. And Fremantle have beaten the Brisbane Lions on their home deck by 5 points. Now, Fremantle are level with the Bombers on points, but Bombers are in front by 1%. Brisbane are 1 game behind now, the top 2. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Adelaide versus West Coast Eagles. It's Adelaide in the first quarter, 5 goals, 4. To West Coast, 4 goals, 5. Let's go to the second quarter. And Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 4. It's 10 goals, 8. To West Coast, 2 goals, 4. So that's 6 goals, 9. And at half time, Adelaide are leading by 23 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Adelaide have kicked 1 goal, 2. That's 11 goals, 10. Third quarter, West Coast have kicked 4 goals, 6. So that's 10 goals, 15. And at 3-quarter time, Adelaide are in front by points. Let's go to the last quarter. And Adelaide have kicked 6 goals, 4. So that's 17 goals, 14. To West Coast Eagles, 5 goals, 3. So that's 15 goals, 18. And in the end, Adelaide's Crows have just held on to that lead of 8 points in the end. The Adelaide Crows now push up to 11th spot. West Coast Eagles are in second last. Let's go to the next game. It's Gold Coast versus Richmond at Metricon Stadium. Gold Coast have kicked 1 goal, 2. To Richmond, 3 goals, 3. Let's go to the second quarter. Gold Coast have kicked 2 goals, 5. So that's 3 goals, 7. To Richmond, 6 goals, 1. That's 9 goals, 4. And at half time, Richmond are leading by 33 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Gold Coast have kicked 4 goals, 5. 7 goals, 12. To Richmond, 4 goals, 6. That's 13 goals, 10. And at 3-quarter time, Richmond are leading by 33 points. Same margin at half time. Let's go to the last quarter. Gold Coast have kicked 3 goals, 4. So that's 10 goals, 16. To Richmond, 5 goals, 5. So that's 18 goals, 15. And in the end, Richmond have won this game by 47 points to be exact. Richmond pushed back into the 8. The Gold Coast Suns still on the bottom of the ladder. All right, let's go to the next game. It's GWS Giants versus Carlton. GWS Giants have kicked 2 goals, 4. Carlton, 6 goals, 4. Let's go to the second quarter. GWS have kicked 2 goals, 3. That's 4 goals, 7. To Carlton, 3 goals, 5. So that's 9 goals, 9. At half time, Carlton lead by 32 points. Let's go to the third quarter. GWS have kicked 5 goals, 5. So that's 9 goals, 12. At Carlton, 2 goals, 3. That's 11 goals, 12. And at three-quarter time, Carlton are only up by 12 points. Big quarter by the GWS Giants. Let's go to the last quarter. GWS have kicked 6 goals, 2. That's 15 goals, 14. Carlton, 5 goals, 1. So that's 16 goals, 13. And in the end, Carlton have only won by 5 points. All right, so Carlton are in 10th spot, GWS are in 9th spot. So they were around the mark, those two teams. All right, let's go to the next game. It's St Kilda versus Melbourne. St Kilda have kicked 2 goals, 1. 2 goals, 1 to Melbourne, 6 goals, 1. All right, big quarter by Melbourne. Let's go to the second quarter. St Kilda have kicked 1 goal, 1. So that's 3 goals, 2. To Melbourne, 2 goals, 1. So that's 8 goals, 2. At half time, Melbourne lead by 5 goals. Let's go to the third quarter. St Kilda have kicked 3 goals, 6. That's 6 goals, 8. To Melbourne, 4 goals, 2. So that's 12 goals, 4. And at three-quarter time, Melbourne lead by 32 points. Let's go to the last quarter. St Kilda have kicked 3 goals, 3. So that's 9 goals, 11. To Melbourne, 6 goals, 4. So that's 18 goals, 8. And in the end, Melbourne have won by a big margin of 51 points. Melbourne are in 3rd spot now. They've pushed Brisbane down to 4th spot. And Brisbane are hanging on by a thread in the top 4. All right, and last game of the round, it's Hawthorn versus Sydney. Hawthorn in the first quarter have kicked 2 goals, 2. To Sydney, 4 goals, 1. Okay, let's go to the second quarter. Hawthorn have kicked 1 goal, 6. So that's 3 goals, 8. To Sydney, 4 goals, 3. So that's 8 goals, 4. At half time, Sydney lead by 26 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals, 2. So that's 5 goals, 10. To Sydney, 1, 3. That's 9, 7. And at three-quarter time, Sydney lead by 21 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals, 4. So it's 9 goals, 14. To Sydney, 6 goals, 2. So that's 15 goals, 9. And Sydney have won by 31 points, which pushes Sydney on equal points with Richmond. Sydney are in 9th, Richmond's in 8th. Hawthorn are down in the bottom 3. That concludes round 25. The top 8 is Essendon, Fremantle, Melbourne, Brisbane for the top 4, and remaining teams in the 8 are Collingwood, Geelong, Western Bulldogs and Richmond. We'll see you next time on AFT Dice Season 2.